Welcome to Lexlegis.ai. This is your dashboard. This will help you navigate between the three features that we have: Ask, Interact, and Draft. Ask is our case research platform. This lets you interact or research on the Lexlegis database. The Lexlegis database comprises of judgments and orders directly sourced from the court's websites, statutes and regulations directly from the authorities, and this is a database that is routinely updated and sanitized. And the model is document grounded to this database, meaning whatever questions you ask, the answers to those are given from within this database and not across the internet from unverified sources, hence solving for hallucination. You have multiple options to do your case research. You can either research on the LexLegis database, you can research on your own knowledge bases or folders of files that you upload, or you can ask the model to go to specific URLs and research based off of information there. Once you select a database, say India, which is divided into four buckets: direct and indirect taxes, corporate and general laws. Once you select a bucket, you can ask your question here and then you can select a response format. These are internationally recognized research formats, IRAC and CREAC, that give you an explainable answer. Instead of just giving you the answer directly, it tells you the why, what, and how have we arrived at what we have. Once you ask a question, what it will do is it will rephrase the question, adding more context to it without changing the meaning or the intent of the question. This is done so that your question is as elaborate and detailed as possible so that your output can also be the same. Once you run the question, what you will see in front of you is not the answer. It will first tell you what it has understood from the question. It will break down the question. It will tell you what it has understood, where it will do its research, what all it will look at. Now, you can come out while it is streaming, because if you see, it will keep streaming at the back. Let's go to a previously streamed response. Like I said, what you are seeing is its own understanding of the question. Here is where the answer starts. First, it will tell you what the issue is, it will break it down. Then, in the rule section, it will tell you what are the statutory provisions applicable, what sections of what acts. Then, it will go to regulations. It will tell you which circulars, notifications, instructions are applicable. Then it will come to judicial precedents, Supreme Court precedents, High Court precedents. What do they establish? And then in application, it will tell you about how the rules mentioned above, how are they applicable to the question that you have asked. Here it will tell you how the principles laid down in the judicial precedents and the laws are applicable to the question asked. Based on that, it gives you a summary of what the answer is. Doesn't stop there, it also gives you recommendations as to what you can do. And then there are references. For references, all the cases that it has cited or sourced to give you the answer are mentioned on the right here in the sources tab, where you can either deep dive into a case. It will give you facts, legal principles, the arguments done, what did the court say, and in whose favor was the judgment decided. You can also go to view source and it will directly take you to the original court copy of the judgment. Hence, you know that whatever information you're reading is absolutely true and verified. This was our case research platform.